What exactly does he get? This courtroom just went from casual chatter to deadly serious in seconds. And trust me, things are about to escalate fast.
We have two cases here. And, is he pleading to two or one? Two. I have 23 CR 1748, felony, assault, deadly violence, impeding circulation, I guess by choking. It's not good. What? I'm sorry. 24 CR 231, the same offense.
Yes, sir. It did happen on Tuesday.
Pickle Mexican. Didn't I see any?
Well, it's a problem.
That's why
It's terrible.
he's hoping that a security professional will benefit from the maybe batteries movement. Somebody help him. He's tolerating him. He's not been in trouble for it.
I don't
So
think
in a
he'll
short period of time, do you not want me to?
No, no.
Understand. I'm asking. I don't know what you're asking.
Yeah.
Did you catch that? The judge isn't exaggerating. Pulling a trigger 3 times at people is literally attempted murder territory. Calling it Russian roulette just drives home how reckless and life-threatening this was. At this point, prison isn't a possibility. It's an expectation.
Is that what you wanted?
No, I was just pointing out that
I was going to chief.
yeah, not that.
What were you trying to say?
I was trying to explain that that's why we're hoping that the probation benefits him because he's 25, he's not been in trouble before, and for some reason over a short period of time he managed to not be able to control his emotions, and the programs that come along with probation could help him, and that's what we're hoping.
What I'm saying is, when you put your hands around somebody's neck and squeeze it, there's only one intent, and that's to kill them. You don't just choke somebody with take your hands around and squeeze their throat. I think that's for their benefit, or that's going to make them more healthy. There's only one reason for that, and that's to kill somebody. Because that's how you kill people. You have to breathe. Here, what's bizarre is you do this on September 21st. You're indicted on October 18th. Did you know about that indictment at all? And then after you had been indicted on October 18th, 2023, then on January 30th, it's alleged that you did it again. What were you on arrest? What did you count as arrested on?
It looks like he was arrested initially on September 22nd of 2023, and then he was,
See, you had noticed that this was not treated seriously. Go ahead.
the second case, he was arrested January the 31st, 2024.
I know I'm not the only one. Thanks. This is incredibly tragic. Victim. And I guess we're lucky she's still alive, right? And it was a female? A lady? A lady. That's who you want to squeeze the neck out, ladies? You're a man? And you think Assaulting women is your method of appropriate behavior? No, it's not. Hmm?
Should I increase on is over. Okay. Now,
Hold them out.
Okay. Okay, that makes it better.
And here's where the judge lays down a brutal truth. Putting hands around someone's throat isn't an accident. It's not a mistake. It's intent to kill. What do you think? Should the justice system treat every choking case as attempted murder?
Please, preventing them from breathing, which is necessary for life, right? No matter what, there's two ways to do it. Commit this offense. You can choke them. That's why I felt choking or impeding breath, but you can also plug up their mouth and their nose from the inhaler. And it works the same way. They use their breath. They can't breathe, which is necessary. You don't have your breath so long before you don't really die. There's nothing you can't reason this out as something good. It's not trying to say you did that for her benefit to make her healthy and live longer and happy. No, no. So it is good. I've never done such a thing in my life. I can't imagine you take any random people unless they're sadistic. Nobody does that to another human being. Okay, so what's the plan? Placing it on deferred or unadjudicated probation.
That's to both, yes, sir.
That's what the state. You've looked at it.
I've looked at it.
You think that's I think you must think this is what's in the best interest of everybody concerned.
I proved it based solely upon this defendant's lack of criminal history outside of these elements. I'm hoping that the court will get his attention to that.
Is he clean the bunk?
Yes, sir.
That line hits hard. Lucky she's still alive. This isn't courtroom drama anymore. This is real life. And the fact that there were two separate incidents months apart, that's a terrifying pattern.
I want to get these two together, okay? In 23 CR 231 and 23 CR 1748, each of these indictments similarly allege that on or about January 30th, 2024, in 23 CR 1748, let me go. On or about September 21st, 2020, and in 24 CR 231, on or about January 30th, 24, which would be October, November, December, January, 4 months later. Each of these indictments similarly allege that you committed the third-degree felony of intentionally, knowingly, or recklessly impeding the normal breathing or circulation of the blood by applying pressure to the throat or neck, or by blocking her nose or mouth with your hands. And that's against the dignity of a piece of dignity signed by the foreman of the grand jury for each case. Do you understand what you are charged with? Now, these are third-degree felonies, and those state that if convicted, you face a term of not more than 10 years or less than 2 years in prison, and a fine up to $10,000 can be assessed in each case. Do you understand? Yes. Agreements have been reached where you would be placed on deferred or unadjudicated probation, which can be up to 10 years in length. Do you understand? There's a recommendation, but it's not binding on me. I get to decide how much the length of probation is. You'll be fined $500, or in this would want to confirm with each case, and is that the same agreement on each case? Yes.
It is, Judge.
If I follow these, right? If I follow these agreements, you have no right of appeal of your cases. Do you understand? How do you plead in each of these cases? Guilty or not guilty? Are you pleading guilty in each case voluntarily and because you are guilty? Well, okay, I show you what's marked. Please help me. What's marked as Exhibit 1 for each case. Did you sign those documents?
Yeah.
Did you understand their contents discussed with your attorney in each case, and is everything true and correct?
Yeah.
State's Exhibit 1 is tendered into evidence without objection admitted. In each case, among other things, states that you were mentally competent to enter your guilty pleas, which are freely and voluntary. You know what you've been charged with. The indictment and then read to you. You read them. You are guilty of the crimes charged and any lesser included offenses. You are giving up your rights to a jury trial and the right to the appearance, confrontation, cross-examination of witnesses. You are totally satisfied with the representation provided by your lawyer. All of this is true. So help you God. Thanks. State's Exhibit 1 is made a part of the record in each of these cases. Sentence report for Wade.
Yes, sir.
Anything else to add by anybody? I'm going to follow these agreements and find, if nothing further, Mr. Eagleman, that you are pleading guilty in each of these cases. Violent firearm, knowledge, intelligence, there's sufficient evidence supporting the guilty pleas. The State's Exhibit 1 admitted to find you guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. Now you're going to defer any finding of guilt and place you on defer or unadjudicated probation for 10 years. I can always shorten that to 1 term, 3 1/3 years. Yes, I am impressed that you were doing well and have understood and appreciated these matters and have atoned and changed your life. There will be terms and conditions that will include a fine of $500 in each case. You must also complete the batterers intervention protection program, which is presented by Family Services. He's a wonderful organization here that helps folks some issues and try to reach the ideals of a successful family, which the victim here is, was that a girlfriend, acquaintance, wife, your girlfriend? Your girlfriend. Okay. I have two different people, right?
Yes, sir. That's what I was trying to clarify.
Yeah, I understand. Okay, so this is a month apart. These are two different ladies, and they're your girlfriends?
Yes, sir.
Do they know about the other girlfriend? Or how many girlfriends do you have? I mean, it's not funny. Here's another thing. This is, once again, this is a terrible, terrible thing to do. That's why the law considers it serious, because it is like.
Now this is interesting. Instead of max prison time, the court leans on probation plus mandatory counseling. It's a controversial choice, rehabilitation over retribution. Do you think that's enough for crimes this serious? Or is the judge being too lenient?
Threatening. As a condition of probation, you're going to serve 180 days in the county jail. And able to leave, go now, or you want me to order you to report on or before 6:00 p.m. Friday.
He does work. He works for the Y, I believe, 5 days a week. And we talked about it in the event for order at right time. And even though it might be as much as 180 days, which is 9 weeks, 3 weeks, he would actually be able to with James, so he can keep his job.
Is that what you want to do? Because I don't have a problem with that. It certainly lasts long. It ends up being 90 weekends, which is over a year. But, well, but that's what it takes to keep your job that you're willing to do. That over that span of time, it has to be done that way. That is a responsible method of doing it. But obviously, there's a reason why this is being assessed, because it's life threatening. You can't, these are girlfriends. Would you call them girlfriends? My God, how would you treat somebody you don't love? A girlfriend, there's an affection there. I mean, I've lived long enough. That's what you have with another fellow human. And you're not supposed to threaten their life, right? Well, I'm talking to you about something. You know that. You know the answers to this. But also, you're not acting like a gentleman. You're acting like a bully. And they're not fellow humans are not to be life-threatening. You like to treat them. And then say, oh, I have affection. So I'm going to kill you. Well, threaten your lives. It's not the way to handle a relationship. That's the right way. Or else, let me just say, you're going to have a lot of short-term relationships. People won't take much of that as a method of showing affection. Do that. That's Alexis Johnson.
Yes, nobody says.
You got to remember, you don't report on it before 6:00 p.m. on each Friday. That's a condition of probation, and your probation would be short-lived.
And that's the dagger. If this is how you treat someone you love, what does hate look like? The judge doesn't just hand down a sentence here. He's schooling this man on humanity itself. A brutal but necessary lesson.